Your daughters.
Hello, hello, everybody. This is Vinnie Tartamella. I am the co-creator of Through the Woods, co-creator of the Ghostly Manor on Howling Hill. I'm the creator of City of Venus. The co-creator. Oh, you got the video going there?
I'm here.
All right, cool. You guys also know that I used to work for Todd McFarlane. I was the lead designer at his toy company. Worked for Randy Bowen, a bunch of places. Tonight, we're going to be showcasing my campaign, but we have a special guest. We have Cecil, and we're going to be going over cash grabs. So, Cecil, want to give him a big hello?
Hello.
Bigger. No.
Hello.
Fantastic. I don't know how long we're going to go because I know tonight's going to be a busy night, but I'm going to start sharing screen. We'll start hitting some of these campaigns. John Malin might also be jumping in if he sees the link. But if not, we'll hit Graveyard Shift as well since it's closing soon. But first of all, I want to say congrats, Cecil, dude. Right out of the gate, man. First week, 77,000.
Thank you.
How do you feel, brother?
I feel good.
Shit, man.
I feel good. Yeah, Tuesday afternoon will be a week, so I'm gonna try to push it. I want to see if we get this to 80.
Oh yeah, man.
Week.
I think you could definitely cross that line. I think you're gonna hit 100,000 before you know it.
I hope so.
Yeah. Oh, I know so. I know so, man. This looks like so much fun. I've been running around like a madman, promoting like crazy as well this week. Because I launched on Monday. Had no idea you were launching.
Me and Clint launched the same day. I don't know. I had a theory for that date, and then someone said, actually Zach was like, "Why the hell did you pick a Tuesday afternoon?" And I really did do some kind of thought analysis about it. But when he asked me the question, I was like, I don't know. I totally had forgot like my whole rationale behind the date.
Jesus, man.
But it wasn't just arbitrary. I did think it through, but then I forgot my reasoning.
Uh-huh.
I was like asked to show my work, and I was like, I don't know. He's like, why would you pick a Tuesday fucking afternoon?
For anything.
Yeah.
But it worked. Holy shit, did it work? But it's been long awaited. You've gone through so much horse shit in the past from all these other clowns, literally. So to see you doing this amazing right out of the gate with Donald DeLay, dude.
I would have to say this happened because of like just how many fans. Like when the first cash grab fell apart, like that was a good situation for me. I'm not a comic book creator. I'm not a writer. I'm not an artist. I'm a comic book fan. I have a collection of probably over 40,000 books.
Wow.
I mean, I have just in the next room over. I have, and when and people would kill me if they saw my collection. I have long boxes that are packed of unbagged comics from like the 60s and 70s. They're just stacked.
Holy shit!
Like it's hundreds of books in a box. There's just no boards and bags on a lot of them. Some of them I have, but I'll pull out like keys and stuff. But for the most part, I have a box of Thing 2-in-1, or a box of like almost every Luke Cage and Power Man and Iron Fist, and those are just full boxes that are unbagged.
Christ, Jesus!
Like the worst kind of collector, but I
did that at a small point as well. I had a couple books that were like that, or if I know they weren't really worth shit, I didn't care about them.
I buy them at garage sales. I buy them at. And I end up reading. Someone came by the other day and was like, "Have you read all this shit?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty much read every fucking thing in there."
Nice, man. Dude. Well, and that's the beauty about it, because I think everyone who's actually working in Comicsgate, we are fans too, right? Dude, I've backed a number of projects. I'm going to be backing this one this week as well. Wow, dude. Yeah, 100,000. Yeah, that's going to happen, dude. 125. Yeah, you already unlocked the stretch goals like a beast.
Yeah, so the 60,000 one. If you guys know like the whole story, that was very fun. What happened with the Human Centipede cover
Yeah.
Well, Anna, that Star Wars girl, Anna, actually, because she's slightly crazy. Listen, she's crazy. She hangs out with all of us
Sure.
and
Right.
she let us know that she had a family tradition that her and her family would watch Human Centipede 1 and 2 on Christmas. And not joking. So she's like, I want to be the front of the centipede. Now, of course, Kelsey Shannon is like, dying because he's like, oh my god, I want to draw Anna at the front there, and he's gonna, he's got a crush on her. So he's like, so then War Campaign comes in. She's got a GoFundMe to raise money for it. They swoop in, get it. They say they're gonna put Gina on there, which I thought was hysterical.
Yeah.
And then that was a big switcheroo. It was revenge. They put Malin on there. So
yeah, I didn't know if that was going to stick either because it was all about Gina. Even when we did the drawing stream for Through the Woods, they were going, "Hey, I'm a cover girl."
Which I thought would be great. Also, I mean, I think Gina has a look, but just the fact that this was all fucking revenge for Malin was great, and Malin's going on there, but a ton of people, including Kelsey, were like brokenhearted because Anna asked to be drawn in slave girl Leia costume at the front.
Oh man, yeah,
so,
that would
like Kelsey was just brokenhearted. So and she was sad too. I said, all right, you know what? I'm gonna do a centerfold poster pullout, and commission Kelsey to do it in his style, like he did the cover of Iron Sights, that more like a painted, realistic style.
Yeah.
So he's gonna do a centerfold of Anna in slave girl layout. It's going to be a poster pullout.
Oh, beautiful, man.
And, so everybody's going to get their Anna fix. Anna will be happy. She really was like sad to not be part of it. So she gets her thing. Kelsey gets to draw her because I know he was brokenhearted, and the fans get the poster because they all wanted to see Anna.
It's going to be a win for everybody.
Yeah, so that's happening. So there will be a pullout poster.
Yeah. Oh, and anyone who is listening and they caught her saying stuff about the promo piece I had on Through the Woods with the S, she did apologize to me as well. It was just some silliness. So no worries, no hard feelings. If anyone's still trying to break balls about it, we're all good.
Yeah.
There was nothing bad there at all. In fact, I was laughing my ass off. Mr. Yana Fui was having fun with that.
Yeah, Anna is like brutal. Did you ever watch the one where she goes through whose book did she go through? With John, she went through Graveyard Shift, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Went through somebody else's book. Monster MD. And she's just like, this is no good. Like, she is just hypercritical. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Fun. But yeah, after I put up an image of that pumpkin girl I had with her ass up in the air, she goes, "Oh my God, you really are an amazing artist." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So
she got mad that you didn't put her in a thong. She's like, "Girls don't wear that kind of underwear."
And I call bullshit on that because I dated girls who did. So don't know what she's talking about on that. But anyway, since you did bring up Kelsey before, I want people to know I did update my campaign, and he won the drawing contest for on War Campaign. So this piece by Kelsey is going in my book. So anyone who wants to back it, please do. The description should be, the link should be all in the descriptions. If StreamYard screwed that up, I'll fix it after the stream because last time they did that to me as well. But we'll cover my campaign as well, but we'll go back to Cash Grab.
So many amazing styles. Everybody wants a piece of Kelsey. Like just even from the style of the Centipede cover, if you scroll down.
Yeah, man.
This style. Then he does the style that's kind of like on Iron Sights, mm-hmm. that, and he does those, the guns and the cars. He does fucking awesome. Then what the piece he just did for you is kind of more like the Nora's Saga style that he's on there. Just it's the same artist, but he has so many distinct ways of drawing and
oh yeah, dude. And I gotta have him on too soon because I want to go over that because him and I we both do that. I do hyper realistic. I do cartoon style. I do the comic books. When he was looking over my work, holy shit, this is amazing. So yeah, dude, the respect that all the artists are giving one another too, and just, you know, all the support has been amazing. Did you? Yeah, I think you saw it. He made that ad for me as well. We'll play it because it's short.
Wait, he made that ad from what?
Back through the woods today on Indiegogo.
Wait, Kelsey filmed that?
I don't know what he did, but he sent that over to me. He goes, "I made a great promo for you." And I'm like, "Holy shit, that was amazing!"
That's his voice too.
Dude, he's killer. But yeah, that's why I gotta have him on.
Are you watching those videos he puts out? He's putting out those once a week videos. They're great.
I started watching those. Yeah, dude, he is super talented.
And even the lighting and the setup and shit. Like, I was like, oh, that camera's good. And he's like, no, man, I set it up like that. Like, he's like, I'm trying to get that kind of lighting. And I'm like, shit, man, you got it. He's good. Like, he edits, he takes he takes shots from multi angles and edits it together, you know, the same scene. It's like,
wow, man. Yeah, I want to deep dive in there. I saw a couple of them. I love the Halloween party made me laugh my ass off, where he filmed himself knocking on the door. He went to go by EBS, and you're all having fun. He's like, I'm out here. Hello. Oh shit.
Yeah, Kelsey's a trip. You know, speaking of guys who just, I mean, their styles are just, when you look at what Donald's doing with Cash Grab, and then you take a look what he did with Vestige, and just how versatile he is as an artist is just amazing too.
Yeah, man, super talented. Yeah, we were on the auction night just a couple nights ago. Yeah, I mean, seeing the originals and stuff too, it's just amazing. The back cover shot that he had done. I'm surprised that he sold it, but yeah, dude,
bought it.
Yeah, I know you bought it.
You want to know something? I didn't know that was done on paper until right then, because he didn't charge me for that piece. He did that just as a. I said I need a promo art. You know, I need promo to a few, I don't know how long ago it was, a month or two. And I was like, I just want to put out a promo piece, coming soon, and. He put that together. Andrew Hort that colored it up and made the logo, and we put that out and got a lot of hype from it. But I always thought that was something he had done digitally, and I was floored when I saw him pull it out and said, "No, this is a paper piece." I was like, "Well, I didn't buy it because he did it for free for me." So I'm like, "Now I got to fucking buy that piece, man."
Hell yeah, man! You better fucking frame that.
I was like, I think people were being nice to me in the chat because I know there were a couple fucking high rollers in there.
Yeah.
And they well, listen, I still got, he still got $1,300, but they could have crushed me if they wanted to. But I think they were being nice because they know I really wanted that piece. Because Donald art on paper is really rare. Like, he's a digital artist. And I was shocked that he had done that on paper. I don't know what I'm going to do with that because I want to keep it, but then I feel like maybe I should put it as like towards the end of the campaign, like put it up as a I don't know,
a really crazy high tier.
I don't know because I really want it to, like. Yeah,
dude, it's.
I watched Ethan, just hand away his stuff, like.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, you don't have any kind of emotional attachment to this shit? Like, he's like, no. If Andrea has an attachment, we keep it. That's it. Everything else I sell.
Yeah, dude, it's painful to let some artwork go. Even for Through the Woods, I have only one piece that I'm selling, and it's the brand new cover because most of that book was done like in a sketchbook. So I have like either the loose sketches, I'll scan them in, and then I paint over the lines. Well, on that particular project, like I did it a little bit different. But my current one that I'm working on now, I'm working on a pirate book. I'm doing full pages, full pencil, inks. So I'm going to make that more available for the that future campaign. But on this one, since it's only the one, I put $3,000 right off the bat because I know what I put into that cover.
Yeah, beautiful cover, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, the inks were it took a lot of time for me too because It's not something I'm super strong in, but or rather, I don't really do that often. But on these pages, I've been doing it, and yeah, I was super proud of that. So,
now, so how many pages? There it is, right there. You colored it also?
yeah, I did all the colors. Yeah, this whole book is 96 pages. Well, it's going to be 98 when we hit the hardcover. I'm looking to unlock that, which is going to be at $10,000. I'm going to do hardcover at 12. It's also going to get an upgrade in size. So yeah, you guys are going to get 8.5 by 11 inches. So you can see the kind of the difference of what it's going to be. So it's going to be definitely a premier format comic book. I think people will be very proud of this one to have it in their collection because yeah, the amount of work that went into these pages, into this whole project, yeah, man, blood, sweat, and tears all the way.
Absolutely. Now let me ask you. So you don't do much on pen and paper?
Well, on this particular project, not really. Everything was hand drawn, but it was in a sketchbook, and I'm not cutting up my sketchbook to sell, sketches and because some of it I'll do like a super tight drawing. Other parts of it might be a little bit loose because I know I'm going to be painting over like certain areas.
You scan it and then fix it up in there as well.
Yeah. Which, yeah, and in this book too, I'm going to have a cover gallery and a layout gallery, so some people could see kind of the process or some of the pages right before I color them.
That bear looks great, by the way. That's a great shot.
Oh yeah, man, thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is like the manliest man in comics. Yeah, he has a fight with the bear, and it's pretty damn impressive, I think, if I can say so myself. And I did, so fuck it. But yeah, this story is it is a ghost story. If people didn't know that already, it centers around this well, the female is Laura Langley. She's an investigative reporter. She inherited this property in upstate New York, and she finds out by doing research and stuff that it actually was a loggers camp 100 years in the past. So and there's actually a haunting that's going on that property. She kind of gets led into this old cabin that's on her property somewhere like in the back. And yeah, there she kind of accidentally reawakens a restless spirit. So yeah, if anyone likes horror, they like ghost stuff, this is definitely the book for them. It is completed. The whole project is done. It was my very first campaign when I was coming into Comicsgate and crowdfunding. I knew nothing about crowdfunding. I didn't know that all the backing comes from Twitter and YouTube. So I really had no audience, no following whatsoever. But anyone who backed that project, they did get it. So I fulfilled everyone and immediately. So I kind of started snowballing like all my campaigns. So they just kept doing a little bit better. City of Venus is like my current one. That's it's at 15K right now. I'll just really quick, I'll show you guys the cover of that. But yeah, this one's still available. We're doing really, I'd say really well anyway on the sequel is going to be coming later in the year. But yeah, Through the Woods, everyone kept asking me because they were looking at my other campaigns. They go, are you re-releasing this? How can I get my hands on it? So I said, yeah, I'm going to do a special campaign. So I made sure it was the first one I was launching this year. But I'll show the trailer as well. So if anyone isn't sold on it yet, I think the trailer, it's going to sell you because Red Gaze, he did an amazing job on this. I'm going to give another shout out to him as well because he crossed the 1,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel, which is fucking awesome.
That is great. He's moving.
Yeah, man, he's a great guy too. So I'll hit this and then we'll jump around some more in some campaigns and shoot the shit for a bit.
You do animation too, or just?
No, just the comic book stuff. No animation.
From Frankie and Vinnie Tartamella comes Through the Woods, the collected edition. This edition compiles the 3-issue miniseries into one solid volume for fans of Through the Woods and newcomers alike. written by Frankie Tardamella and fully illustrated and assembled by Vinnie Tardamella. Through the Woods is an esoteric ghost story that will leave you haunted yet fulfilled. Follow investigative reporter Laura Langley as she unearths the tragic history of her newly inherited home and cabin in North Hudson, New York. This is a tale that started 100 years earlier, when this very land was a loggers' camp in the early 1900s. Laura's investigation finds her learning of her family's past and accidentally reawakens a restless spirit. Find out what else is haunting the pages of this completed series.
Man, Bear, Pig. Why isn't this narrated by Cecil?
If you missed the first campaign, this is the perfect chance to get your hands on this epic ghost story. This is the fable of an investigative journalist caught in the middle of a ghost story. A tale that started 100 years ago.
Part 2 should be about her ass being haunted.
Don't miss this second chance to take a midnight stroll through the woods.
Yeah. And everyone wants to go through the S. But Lola was asking a question as well. Are we going to get a full-length adult animation on your campaign?
From me?
Yeah, for Cash Grab.
I know. Listen, Scotty Richards Studio put together the animation up there. He did that in just a few days. I mean, and he not only did he do it, he wrote it. Like, I don't want to. People keep congratulating me, like, "Oh, that was great." I'm like, I would love to be able to take credit for this because you know what I mean. Because it's so good. I would love to be like, yeah, my fingerprints are all over this. It's not. Credit where credit is due. He put this together. He has not hit me with a bill yet, although I'm insisting for, he has to. I mean, he can't.
Yeah.
And
well, you're a great guy. I mean, I know you won't let anyone sit there and hang.
Yeah. So he did this, and like I said, it blew me away because it's just it just captures everything I want to say without any words.
Yeah.
Words. And John Maylard has been like, "Oh, you should do a narration over it," and I'm like, I understand what you're saying, but there's a certain charm to this that I don't want to fuck with.
Yeah.
And he let me know that he's actually putting out a much longer version of it. It's going to be, he's adding to it. So I guess when he's done with that, I'll settle up with him. But yeah, he let me know that this is just something that, because he only had a couple days, that he put this together, but he has a longer version, which I still don't know what he's doing with it. So I'm excited to see. I'm just as excited as everybody else because I have no fucking idea what he's going to do.
Oh, hell yeah. And in fact, if anyone who hasn't seen it yet, I'll play it now as well because I love this too, man. This is so good. It's got like that 70s and 80s feel, like those comedies.
That Zach is perfect.
Yeah. Dude, the first time I saw that and it was like based on a true story, I like busted a gut laughing. You know, because then I just pictured the backup story with Dirtworm Doug.
Oh my God, that's where, I once it took off the way it did, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go. I was about to hand over a bunch of pages to Donald, and I'm like, I want to rewrite everything because now I'm like, I probably shouldn't because now I'm going crazy, but I don't want to let people down. I mean, I'm hanging out with talented. Listen, I'm on the air with you right now. You're a talented artist. I'm hanging out with talented people.
Thank you, brother.
I want to pull my weight, or at least listen. I don't know if I can. I hope I can, but I want people to be like, he tried.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm going over. But let me tell you, the way my brain works, once I get fixated on something, all I'm thinking about is Dirtworm Doug. That story is just writing itself. Like,
oh my God, yeah.
And
so yeah, refresh them, right? It's a tapeworm that climbs out of the anus of a dog.
Well, he's shit out. He has a good life. He has a good life going on in the asshole of a dog. The dog is at the park. He is shit out onto the grass where he is dying. A group of earthworms see him dying. They take him into their society. They have a nice society where they all support each other. They bring him back to health. They lift him up, and they help him out. And then he begins, sowing seeds of disarray and discontent in their society. He starts causing a lot of division and derision, and he's just not they start to realize that our society is falling apart with this tapeworm among us. So the earthworms get together. A few of them go on what can only be described as a suicide mission to go to the surface and return Doug into a dog's asshole where he belongs. And that's the best thing that they could do to save their society. So it's loosely based on a true story.
I think it was bullseye accurate.
And there's going to be a couple of twists and turns in there. It's something for the kids,
Something for the kids. Holy shit, man! Yeah, this is going to be awesome. But yeah, I just want to say a quick hello to the chat. I mean, there's a ton of great people in here. Sorry if I haven't really jumped all over it yet. I'm trying to keep this one a little bit tighter because I know like War Campaign is going to be starting soon, and I'm sure it's going to be a very big show tonight. So I just want to kind of cover things kind of quickly, spend a little bit of time with Cecil because he's just an awesome guy, hilarious. But yeah, man, I'm definitely be back in this for sure.
Can I ask you about your style? Because I'm looking at your style of art, and it's a lot of J. Scott Campbell like style, especially the women.
Thanks, man.
What's your influence? Like who?
Oh, dude, it's been a ton of people. From like Buscema, McFarlane, Jim Lee,
sure,
Greg Capullo. Frank Frazetta is really what got me into doing all this stuff. As soon as I found, like his art books and stuff, dude, yeah, I was hooked. But and that's the thing because I do realism, I do cartoon kind of styles. One of the 4 campaigns I did last year was a children's book, and that was like done all like in a kind of Disney-esque style. So I'm kind of all over the map, but I prefer doing like comic book stuff, sexy women. Like my line work is very, very clean. You can kind of see it in the sketch here too. By the way, with my sketch tier, you're going to get a level of drawing like this. So it's not anything cheap. There's a lot of time and line works put in there. So I think you guys will really dig it.
I'm being chastised. People are saying no, not J. Scott Campbell, but Michael Turner is what people are saying. I am wrong. No J. Scott Campbell.
I'd say a bit of Turner as well. I had met him a few times. That guy was awesome. Really cool dude. But Mark Silvestri was another big influence as well. And he used to draw really hot chicks, back in those Marvel and early Image days.
And what do you think when you look at Marvel? I mean, Marvel used to have, especially in the 90s, had ass all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
it was the greatest, And now you look, I just saw a cover last week, and it was almost like a parody. It was almost like if you were making fun of.
Oh, it's a goddamn joke. They're all rectangles and drawn like androgynous things. I don't know what they're doing, man. But for one thing is for sure, for Renfremus to come after me because I have too many sexy ladies, I know I'm doing something right.
And what about her boyfriend, Casada? He didn't draw women.
That sack of shit. Oh, I don't know.
Did he never draw women? Is that
Apparently not. I guess not. Painkiller Jane was. I guess that was a griff as well. Dude.
Shit, wow, oh my God, what was it? I'm trying to think. It was so mind numbing. Let me see. Marvel.
El Gargoyle. He goes, "Vinny, you'll always have my erection."
Yeah, that's sweet.
Oh my God.
Support it really. It touches you.
Yeah, no, the fans have been so fucking great. I love them all. Yeah, man, I've been making really great friends with people in this whole movement. I think what we're doing is really amazing. You know, having worked for Todd and seeing behind the scenes of a lot of different places and shit, how things are operated and run. Yeah, we got to get back to the roots of real studios again. You know, artists who are definitely promoting one another, pumping each other up, getting the best possible work out of their fellow man. That's what's going to keep growing this, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, I love everything that's going on.
Yeah, man. Just really, really great people. So, yeah. So again, like this campaign, this one's a futuristic story, kind of post-apocalyptic world. Red Gaze also did the video on this one. If you want to see it, I could hit it. Otherwise, I know a lot of people have seen it already.
Yeah.
But all right, I'll scroll back up. But on this campaign as well, I just want to point that out that the Volume 2 art book, which is a 52-page art book, it's exclusive to this campaign, to City of Venus. So anyone who's watching, if you do want to back City of Venus and you haven't yet, I would highly suggest getting the featured tier that also has this book in it, because like this is some of the artwork I have. It's like pinup stuff, you know, mythology, bunch of hot stuff, superheroes, realistic portraits and things like that. Volume 1 is still available as well. I've been moving a few of those, which, you know what, I should open up in another tab, but I'll do a rundown of that real quick as well. But yeah, here's the trailer for City of Venus. Red Gaze did.
City of Venus, Dead City. In a post-apocalyptic future where all technology is dead except for the city floating in the sky and those who inhabit it. The ultra-elite, the scientists, and the most brilliant of engineers who keep them above all others and have for centuries, along with a unique power source. Below are the experimented, mutated, and sick, and below that, the few living scavengers looking desperately to survive. Our story follows an unknown woman who was thrust into this world with little to no knowledge of how she got here. This mysterious woman may hold the key to the future of humanity's survival. City of Venus, Dead City, is a fully colored comic book with story, art, logo, and lettering by Vinnieart. It's a sci-fi adventure with extraordinary art, heart-pounding action, and gorgeous women. Do yourself a favor. Back City of Venus, Dead City, today.
Yeah.
Wasn't that good? I was going to make some popcorn for that one. So, yeah, I got a lot of stuff available. There's no trailer on the art book, but yeah, this is just some of the other beautiful work that I have in here. I had done this. Well, I can't really say the characters, I guess. I don't know if people are trying to watch and report me or whatnot, but there's just a lot of cool stuff going on. What was that?
There's tons of people that have art books of you know,
yeah,
of characters.
Yeah, Flaming Skull Man.
Flaming Skull Man.
you know, Pretty Kitty, the Fat Boss,
Big man.
Mutton Chops. But
Yeah. Mutton
there
chop, hairy face. This is my favorite.
yeah. But yeah, I have a lot of great stuff in these books. So if you guys you want to see what I'm capable of,
From the lake out back.
yeah. I met the original guy, by the way, the one who did all the swimming sequences in that movie.
The stuntman, or
well, there were two of them that was actually in the costume. This guy did all the swimming sequences in the movie. He's still alive. He's in his 90s. Really nice guy too. He was really cool. I had him sign the original on this one.
Keep Ethan away from him. All right.
Is he a big fan?
Well, he gets anytime he gets somebody's autograph, they're usually dead 2 days later.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, stay away from him. Well, this is the sketchbook too. I think you saw some of the stuff from here on the auction night. But yeah, that tier.
You mentioned your original sketches for the stuff you did at McFarlane.
Yeah, those sketches. See, I don't know if they would even sell, to be honest, because they're done like on computer paper. It's like whatever cheap shit they had in the office is what we drew on.
I don't know, man. Listen, but figures were actually made on those designs.
Yeah.
Then 100%. You have to understand. Yeah, well, obviously, I'm not going to try to explain it to you. You know how fucking insane collectors are. So if you're collecting figure, especially with the guys doing the statues and figures, I mean, those guys really fucking put money up. And it's like, would you want the original sketches to this? I think people would be all big. That's huge collector's market. Huge. I think you'd be shocked to see how the interest in that.
Yeah, I honestly, I never even thought about it, to be honest. I really didn't.
I mean,
Art mentioned it during the stream, and yeah, now that you're saying that, yeah, maybe. I got to dig them out of the fucking garage.
How much the first the rough molds are. People want that. It's like, why would anybody want this? It's not even finished. It's not even painted. It doesn't even have articulation. This is, you know what I mean? And it's like,
I would say for that kind of stuff. Yeah. Having seen them in all kind of stage of development. Yeah. To even get like one casting that wasn't even finished or even cleaned up properly. Yeah. You would want it because just the level of detail that went into those things. And then,
now you have the literal drawings that those things were based on. I mean, definitely collectors would want that, man. I think.
I would think maybe for like Tortured Souls, because I did a bunch of those. I could see because there's definitely like the horror market and fans of Clive Barker, and then Todd. But yeah, I think it would be kind of like in that order. Yeah, you know what? I have to dig those out.
What was the Todd ones you did?
No, I did the full line of the Viking Age Spawn, which
cool.
Yeah, that was 6 figures and a box figure, so it was like a Spawn on a horse. Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, I did a lot of stuff for them. I work with Kiss. Gene Simmons he's super frugal. We'll say that.
Not to say, did he pay you?
Well, I was working for Todd, so Todd was paying me.
Yeah, he's notorious.
Yeah, he is, and but you know what? He was really happy with all the projects that we were doing for them anyway, because it was like a couple of lines of figures, but it was also we did like these little busts of them, like per character, so like the demon. We kind of put it like on a Roman column and had like spikes and stuff, and it was really cool. I honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen them myself in stores because they were rare out of everything we were doing over there. Because they weren't really doing like statues and shit. And if they did, they were very, very they were numbered and limited. But yeah, for the most part, when I was there, it was during the cool years where it was a studio. So I was designing. I would go to the sculpting department. Molding, casting, paint. I know in more recent years now, I think he's outsourcing most of that shit to China.
molding.
Hey, I know that guy.
Did it just start playing on my screen?
It did.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's all good. The Todd years were interesting, but I'll tell you one thing though. Todd is a fucking cool guy. Even after I worked for him, years later, we ran into each other at New York Comic Con and just literally bumped into each other in the street. He turned around. Usually, like, you apologize, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you." He turned around and goes, "Vinny," like right off the bat. I was like, "Holy shit, you remember me?" Because in those days, he wasn't really taking the names of people, right?
Right.
So he'd be on camera. Like, we come in like with our designs and stuff, and we'll just go over the figures real quick, and then off to our departments. Because he was in Tempe, Arizona, and we were in Jersey. I don't know if that studio even exists anymore, to be honest. But
you guys got to get Ethan to do some Cyberfrog.
I know, because especially now, most of the stuff is sculpted on the computer with ZBrush, so the process is a little bit different. I think it's easier too. But yeah, he definitely should be jumping into it. If anything, I say start off with like doing like a bust of the character, or even like a full statue. Because the toy market is very cool, but I would ease into it. I do like baby steps, so I think something like that is easier than going straight up to China and cutting steel on these figures. Because you got to remember too, like every moving part has to be casted and molded, and that's why things are so expensive when it comes to figures getting made.
There are these guys who have just companies that just make statues of video game characters, and those companies are just doing money like it's unreal. They're just they get a license. If you go to Comic-Con, there's I'm not a big video game guy, but you see like a reproduction of a machine gun that's used in like Metal Gear or something like that.
Yeah,
$1,200. Fucking, for just it's absolute perfect reproduction.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see limited to 500, and you look at the thing, it's sold out. Fucking Comic-Con was only open like a few hours before. You're like, holy shit,
dude! When I was exhibiting, that's where I saw everyone making sales. The most sales from all the other vendors and shit like that. We'd be running around all over the Javits Center trying to find shit that we wanted before the doors opened up. And then running back to your table. So
you just see somebody like, here's a handgun that Snake, in solid metal or whatever the fuck that game is. Metal Gear, and it's like, all right, we only made 1,000 of them. They're $800 each, and it's like sold out. It's like you just sold $800,000 worth of fucking fake guns in like 20 minutes. Like, dude, who the fuck is buying this, man?
Everybody. It's insane, man. You got to remember, from all over the country, they're coming in just for these shows. That's why New York jacks up all their prices on hotels and shit around that time. It's usually New York Comic Con, Toy Fair, like the really big events. That's why the hotels are just like bending people over continuously.
Well, luckily I just live nearby.
I know, man. God bless. When I was living up there, I was going to most of those shows because I was a guest at Toy Fair a number of times. That's where I confronted Joe Quesada one of the times. But at that point, I didn't know how badly he ripped me off. At that time, he had just taken credit for designing a statue that I designed. But yeah, I didn't know that he ended up tracing over my artwork for his comic book either. I found that out after the fact.
Just wait. What is the story?
All right. So there was a couple of encounters and dealings I had with Joe. So one of my other brothers, he was working at McFarlane with me too, and when we went freelance, we started designing for for Diamond Select and Randy Bowen and all that kind of shit. So there was a design we did for the Hobgoblin, and literally, like, we were told we need to make the boxes smaller, so try to only do like one arm per figure and try to make it tight to the body, so for packaging we could put more in and whatever technical crap. So anyway, Marvel had the final approval on it, and they decided, well, could you change the pose a little bit? We did. We made it more dynamic. Like he's really like arching back with the pumpkin in his hand, and we like chopped the arm short, right, so it could fit in that kind of packaging that they wanted. Well, Marvel, they decided, no, we want both arms on this particular figure. So Joe Quesada took the printout, like the actual photo that was sent of the clay, and he took a pen and he finished drawing off the arm. And because of that, it said designed by Joe Quesada, editor-in-chief of Marvel. Took my fucking name off of it and put his. And that was because of him. That wasn't because of Diamond. Damn. You know? So that was one. And that toy fair, like he was waiting at the door. We got there early and he was like the guest of honor. And he had his shitty book, Sins of the Father, one of his Daredevil books. And they were stacked up. He was supposed to sign them and give them away. Nobody wanted them. So they were just like falling off the table. And he's just sitting there like a dildo. And I said, oh, Joe, hey, man, you got time to talk to some artists as well? Oh, yeah. Because he didn't know what I looked like at that point.
Right.
So he starts flipping through the portfolio, and then his hands just start to tremble. And the whole thing is shaking. And I'm like, yeah, we worked together. We did some stuff. And then like we had shots of the clay in there as well. And he was really getting nervous. So I'm like, yeah, man. And then he saw some of my samples and he was like trembling. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Is he had to take a shit or something? I mean, you know, we didn't know the extent of it until after the.
You didn't know at this point.
Yeah, at this point I didn't know. I just knew about the statue, which I could let go a little bit, you know, provided like if you want to give me some work or whatever, yeah, I don't give a shit. But he goes, oh yeah, I could give you the editor contacts. And, I'm like, all right. I'm like, and me and my brother are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? So he closes it and he darts off into the back, and we're sitting like, what is going on? Then we hear just 5 minutes later, the guys from Diamond start cursing like crazy. Where the fuck is Joe? He was a guest of honor. You know how much money we paid him to be here? This guy grabbed his bag, went out the side entrance, down the elevator, and took off. I'm like, what is going on? And then we heard.
How long later did you figure out what he had done?
Oh, when we got home, because I took one of the crappy books, right? I'm like, fuck it, we're here. No one's getting them. I'll grab one. It's fine. Maybe.
Wait, it was in that book that was on the table?
Yeah, that's why he was trembling. That's why he was trembling. So, first of all, this guy is a prima donna on top of it. He demanded a fully stocked limousine. This is what the Diamond guy said.
God, I wish you had fucking flipped through the book while he was doing that and fucking that's what he was afraid of. He's like, holy shit, if this guy flips through that book and sees his fucking work.
I've been saying, I've said a number of times, he would have been collecting his teeth off the floor.
Oh man, that is insane.
You would have seen a Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro from the Scorsese movies. That's what you would have seen. Just face stomping them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so when I got home and I saw that, I was like,
so he's sitting there going through your portfolio. Meanwhile, evidence of him ripping you off is sitting on a fucking table in a stack in front of him.
That nobody wanted, yeah.
Oh, damn, I wish you saw that.
Oh my God, you have no idea, man. You have no idea. I was, and back then I was like 20 pounds heavier of like solid muscle because I was working out pretty good over there when I was living in New York, and there were two of me. So,
oh, you were your brother?
Yeah, not the one who wrote Through the Woods. It was a different brother, but yeah, just picture like two guineas who are jacked ready to go.
Oh my God, that is so funny. So he's sitting there and he's like, all one of these guys has to do is pick up that fucking book and start flipping through it, and I'm fucking dead.
And the other kicker, how he got those samples, it was from Joe Kubert, because I met Joe Kubert at Midtown Comics, and he goes, "Oh my God, dude, your work's amazing." So he goes, "We're gonna get you some work." And he handed my samples directly to Joe Quesada, and Joe ripped me off instead of hiring me. If you have someone of that caliber, like Joe Kubert, he's got this school in Jersey. He's been doing this all these years, You're not going to take his advice. Instead, you're going to rip off the artist that he finds you. And this is why the industry has fallen to shit, because there's these vipers that have snuck their way to the top, you know?
Well, look at the artwork in Marvel Comics, and then you look at Zach always says this every time we bring up Kelsey. He's like, why is Kelsey Shannon not a multimillionaire? It's like, why is he not the biggest guy? Why is he not just doing covers at Marvel? Like, yeah, and why is there just garbage? Like, you flip through those books and it's garbage tier, and then you see guys like you see Kelsey, you see Donald DeLay, you see and they're not working for Marvel. Like, what?
Oh, dude, it's crazy. Well, the big thing that kicked it all off was one of the best editors that they ever had. This is before Joe started ripping me off. He saw my samples. His name was Ralph Macchio, and this guy, he says, Vinny, stop sending me samples. I'm like, I thought I was annoying him. He goes, he gave me a call. He's like, no, I want to put you on a Spider-Man book. I'm like, you kidding me, right? He's like, no, I'm going to do it. 2 weeks before I go to sign the contract, that's when Joe stepped in and he put his friend on the book instead.
Damn.
So, yeah, so he fucked me over 3 times.
I think he owes Joe a beating.
Oh, my God, yeah. And like Billy Tucci, he knows some of the story as well. That's why when I was on his show, he's like, so the top of the list of the most favorite people in Vinny's book is Joe Quesada, right? I said, oh, yeah, he's on my hit list. So, yeah. But again, that's why I think what we're doing is important, because it's people with real passion who they want to create amazing stuff. Because I said, fuck it. I'm sick of the mainstream. I'd rather draw my own stuff. That's why, like, Through the Woods, it's done more in like that pulp kind of old school comics. You know, they were mostly like horror and things like that, or even noir. It was before superheroes. There was cool storytelling that was happening regardless, you know. But and that's what we kind of wanted to go back to, and that's why we did a simple story of it's ghost story, it's horror, it's in your face. You're gonna get the whole thing in one shot. Well, now you are, yeah. So that's where we're at, and I see that with all these other creators too. We're doing things that are different. We're not seeing a ton of superheroes in Comicsgate. There's a couple here and there, but for the most part, it's either like an alternative type of a character. It's something like this, you know. I think what we're doing is important, and it's gonna stick.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people are being short-sighted. I just see the naysayers. They're praying for its death. They're like, it's over now. It's over. And it's like, I don't think so, man.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm sorry. Look at this. Look at this number.
Yeah,
it's not. You think that's a number of something's dying? I don't.
Yeah, I think we're just getting started. I think
hell yeah.
You see, like, what's his name? Clint's second. You know, people's second projects are doing better than their first. I mean, that's a fact.
Oh yeah. It really is, because I had different projects. I had those art books just to, like, you know, test the waters and let people know of what I could do. But when I put out, you know, an actual comic book, you know, my numbers jumped up dramatically. 15,000 is pretty good for someone who, you know, they don't really know who I am, and I've slowly been growing. You know, it's not even a full year yet, and people are, you know, are starting to get to know me. They gave me that funny title, couple funny titles, but.
Well, listen, Zach said in 2016, even for like a known artist to do anywhere between 5 and 10 was considered like fucking outstanding, and that was from a well-known in the industry artist doing a Kickstarter.
Yeah,
or, you know, people are coming in their first book doing 15,000, 20,000.
It's amazing. It's really amazing, dude. Like I said, this campaign too, Through the Woods. I wasn't expecting. It's been what 6 days, and I'm almost at 10,000. I'm almost hitting my stretch goal. You know, I got to thank everybody for this. It's really freaking cool. You know, I got a good feeling about this project and the ones that are coming up. This year's gonna have a ton of awesome books. Look at Graveyard Shift 2. This one's ending in 2 days, but, you know, Malin put it out there to give people something extra. And, you know, the Andrew Huerta cover is just epic. Who the hell wouldn't want this?
Yeah, that just worked out. He just got that cover. He just got that artwork in that day and
Yeah.
didn't know what he was going to do with it. And you saw the way it played out on air. It was just like,
Oh, yeah.
why don't you put out a cover? And he's like left for 15 minutes. It's like, okay.
Boom. Yeah, I can't wait for this too, man. Because I missed the first go around. So when he said that he's putting them both together and popping it out, yeah, I jumped all over it. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so much talent here. People that, the mainstream, they don't really know who we are, or they do. They ripped us off and try to push us in the shadows. But we're coming out of the shadows. Now we got knives and guns. No, what we have is amazing talent, and we're shoving it down their throat.
Yeah, and listen, there's just a lot of fun going on over here. Whether it's like I said, we did a 12-hour stream on Flash last night.
Yeah, man.
What's up, Brian Crisco?
Great dude.
Yeah, fucking great. I love that book. If you guys get a chance, when you see a Six Gun Gorilla available, get on it.
Yeah, man, I'm waiting on that one. He wanted to send me early copies. I'm like, yeah, dude, you can if you want, but I already paid for the graphic novel of it, so. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Some great stuff. Yeah, so many great fucking projects out there. And people are trying different things too. Red Gaze, he's working on a novel he wants to put out this year called Sunsworn. So yeah, people check that out too. That might be in the description as well. I think I have it in there. But Drew with Captain Love, I think he's got a sequel coming out. John and Carla from the Grim Reaper, they just launched Grim Reaper 2, and they're already past their goal. So that's another beautiful thing. Which I think I have it up here somewhere. Let's see where they're at. Yeah, they're already well past their goal, which is awesome. And this is the husband and wife team that they had that fire, that terrible accident that happened. Luckily, they're okay, but with all the help we've been giving them, Carla was able to buy her new tablet and continued work on the project. So yeah, there's so much great stuff happening. I highly suggest you guys back this too. We had a launch party on Red Gaze's channel last night for them. So check that out when you get a chance. Find out about the project. Find out about them, because they're really, really cool people. Super friendly. Yeah, you'll dig it. But yeah, back it when you can.
Speaking of Team Grim Reaper, yeah, because of their fire, I wanted to. We spoke already about this, but I wanted to donate. I want to. It's self-serving. I want to get rid of and donate a piece of art. So if you could share my screen, I'm going to put this up, I think, on Twitter, and just have maybe a Twitter auction, and then you guys could just donate directly to for their fire. To help them out. They need some money because a fire is devastating. It fucking wrecks your life, and even if stuff that's not burned, I know, is ruined just from the water, the smoke damage. So even if it's done, everything's trashed when that happens. It's just a fucking nightmare. So I have this piece of original page from Bigfoot Bill. I don't know what kind of interest this will generate, but there are fans, and I'll donate it. I'll put it up on Twitter if anybody wants to make an offer, high bid. Just PayPal them the donation to help them get their. And I'll throw in a couple of goodies also from over here.
Yeah, which is it's a beautiful thing, man. I think people will come out for this.
So this will be an original page of Bigfoot Bill.
Exactly.
And I don't know if anybody wants it. We'll see. It's for a good cause, though. So it may be a cursed piece of art, but it's for a good cause.
Yeah, Scarlet Crusader. He asked, how much is that toilet paper you're showing here?
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, I'll put it up. Yeah, maybe I'll put it up tomorrow when there are more people at work and stuff, and they check their Twitter and stuff. So I'll donate that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And get in direct contact with them. I sent their info to you as well in a private chat. But they also have their PayPal. So Yeah, oh, Carla's here too. She's in the crowd.
But people want me to do a stream burning it. I can't burn art. It's not. I can't do that.
Yeah, even like, well, you saw the other night. I gave away Earthworm Jim drawing I did from a long time ago. Oh, by the way, I did mail out everything except for one piece. I'm still finishing it up, the Cyberfrog one. But yeah, everything for that auction night, I mailed out, all those other ones. So yeah, expect those in the mail soon.
Oh, by the way, all the people in the chat saying if Ethan shook hands with Kobe in the last week, all I have to say is too soon. Too soon.
Yeah, that's harsh.
It's the number one. It's honestly the number one reason why I refuse to travel by private helicopter. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, man. Part in the back of my head was rich people problems, but in the same breath, it was like, man, it is really fucked up.
It was fucked up, and then I was just like, man, I saw that when I woke up, and I was just like, and then I saw, oh, by the way, his daughter he had a 13-year-old daughter, and then they
no,
oh my god, and there's a picture of them like on a side court at a Laker game, and they're just both smiling, and she's just beautiful little girl, and it's just like. I don't know. That choked me.
Yeah.
That really, like, as sad as I was about Kobe, I'm like, he's a man, and but when I found out like his daughter it was just a beautiful little kid, I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude, that is absolutely heartbreaking. It really.
It was 9 people. Oh my
9. Jesus. The one we only heard from it was that they crashed, that the helicopter started fire. And that's why the help couldn't, because the fire was preventing it getting to the chopper.
Oh shit!
Which is, dude, man. Yeah, dude. So anyone, send prayers, wishes to the family.
I know wife and other daughters, I think, that are just got to be fucking losing their minds tonight. And then now I see 7 other people too. Holy shit! I didn't realize it was that big of a. I mean, not that 2 people's not big, but to see that,
Yeah, that many. Yeah, that's tragic. So yeah, condolences to everyone that was involved in that. Yeah, dude, it's tragic.
That's absolutely just a generation's hero. I mean, that is 20 years on the same team. 5 championships. I mean, that's the West Coast Derek Jeter. Basically, it's like if that happened to Jeter, the way New York would be reacting. Was a guy. He spent his career on one team, and he, just won championships and was just a household name. And just
but he was very smart too, and all the foundations and things he set up for people. I think the guy knew like 3 or 4 languages. He was fluent in Italian. Mm-hmm. Dude, yeah, he was very impressive, man.
Played pro ball in Italy. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because his father used to play for the, is it Philadelphia maybe? He might have played for the 76ers. I can't remember. And then I think a lot of those guys, when they started to age out, would go play for European. And I think he went over to play ball in Italy. And that's where Kobe grew up and spoke Italian and, spoke a few different languages. Smart
man. He was a classy guy. He really was. So, yeah, sending good vibes out to the family. And, Lord knows they're going to need it.
Yeah.
Crazy, but not to bring the room down. But, Bill Burr can fly. I hope that that dude is going to maybe stay away from it for a while, because I don't want to see Bill go down. He's one of the funniest fuckers out there.
He has that helicopter story, and somebody animated it. Did you ever see that?
No, I never saw that one.
He does a routine about a guy who his father started a helicopter tour agency, and he handed it off to the son. The son now was the owner. The father retired, and he would do like around Malibu, Santa Monica, just beautiful shoreline tours of California.
Right.
And the guy's first day as the new owner of the company, he takes a guy out. They start going over 600 feet up, and the dude just opens the door and commits suicide.
Holy shit.
And Bill Burr's doing a routine. It's like, over here we see this is I don't know, Barbara Streisand's house. Sir, please don't unbuckle your belt. And then you'll see over here, sir. No, don't touch that latch, sir. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Like he's like walking through this guy's first day on the job, like fucking.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up later.
And this person animated it's from a stand-up, and this guy just animated it, and it's the funniest fucking thing.
Dude, that is killer. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. Even his cartoon on Netflix is hilarious. F is for Family.
Oh yeah, it is great, man. It like breaks your heart too.
Oh, totally. Though I laughed the hardest though when he his father brought him to the sports event and he had to go take a leak and they went into the bathroom and they had like that kind of trough and then piss everywhere, guys burping, farting, a close up of balls, and he's like, oh, freaking out.
I remember that as a kid going to we would go to Giants games and the Garden for Rangers and shit. And it'd be like, and it was like, yeah, when you're little, like you're fucking like at eye level of a lot of that shit. It's just disgusting.
Oh, it really is. I remember I went to one Mets game when I was a kid and I was like, holy shit, man. Like you feel so extra tiny, all over the place. It's like, dude, a kid they're not used to a stadium like that. And then, you go to the bathroom, you see all that shit everywhere.
Yeah, it's like an open pit, just fucking everybody pissing in it. It's disgusting.
You're right. You can, like 300, the one that he kicks him down. Oh shit! But yeah, dude. This was a fun conversation. I don't want to go too long because I know War Campaign wants to start. I don't know if they did yet, but everybody, if you haven't yet,
I'll say back. By the way, thank you. It popped up a little bit, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, dude, man. Yeah, Cecil, you're a great guy. I know we've only caught each other here and there on some streams, but yeah, thank you for coming on too.
Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to more chats with you in the future. People, back these books. Cash Grab, you know the deal. You know what's going on here. He's got the featured combo pack. It's the 3 books for $75. You could get Cash Grab by itself for $25. You got the Cecil variant. It's gonna have John Malin, I guess. They locked that down 100%.
Yeah, the money's already in. They did it. They bought it.
Well, I know he bought it, but I mean, the person he picked is definitely going to be John.
Yes.
Oh boy. Well, if you guys want that, it's available. So
John is being a good sport, but I could tell it bugged him when it first happened. He was like, "What? They did what?"
Yeah, Ro's awesome. He's crazy, but he's awesome. John is too. Speaking of which, jump on his book. It's only got 2 left.
By the way, that variant cover is a true Jack Show comic because we got John as the head of the centipede. We got the cover drawn by Kelsey Shannon. We got the centerfold drawn by Kelsey Shannon, and the centerfold is going to be Anna, and the book is written by me, so it's a full Jack Show collaboration.
Beautiful. Hell yeah. And and Kelsey he also did artwork that's going to be in Through the Woods. It's going to be in the cover and pinup gallery section. So you're going to want to back this as well.
I love when he draws that style. I like what he's doing with like that in the Nora's Saga style.
Yeah,
he just has much interesting stuff and interesting.
Oh yeah, he's a great dude and super talented. I can't wait for that project as well. Nora's Saga is going to be good. Is that the one that did? Go ahead.
To say people, this is my pitch. Don't miss out on Cash Grab. I had a taste of regret. I went to go buy that Jay Lee poster that he did for Ethan, and the campaign ended. It was only a 10-day campaign.
Oh wow!
And I was like, "I what?" I was like, I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, "No, I can't buy it." And I was like, "I just ask all of you, please don't want to live with that kind of regret."
Yeah.
If you miss out on Cash Grab, you'll carry that around with you to your grave, and avoid ruining a life. Buy Cash Grab now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dude, Do the same thing with Through the Woods, because I'm not going to keep that up forever. In fact, City of Venus, I might be closing while I start to fulfill Through the Woods, just because I think it's going to get really complicated for me.
You're gonna want to keep it separate. Otherwise you're gonna be doing overlapping fulfillment, and it's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I did that a little bit, but now that Through the Wood is, I think it is going to end in a pretty good number. But as it is right now, I have 152 backers. That stuff does get complicated.
You're not a week in on this, or how long are you in on this one right now?
This one launched the day before you.
So a week tomorrow. That's an awesome start.
Dude, thanks, man. Yeah, I got to say, it's one of the fastest campaigns for me that shot up that quickly. So yeah, we're under $1,000 away from unlocking the hardcover upgrade. Believe me, you guys are going to want the upgrade. The quality of the books are amazing to begin with. I have a test sample of the soft cover, and it's mouth-watering. But I'm getting the proof. It should be this week for the hardcover. And once I get it, I'll post up some photos. I'll do an update. But I think you guys are going to be very happy with it. And anyone who backs the sketch tier, I'm going to be doing the drawing on the inside of the book. So everything's going to be kind of contained in one awesome package. I think even Ethan, got this tier.
I am backing this project right now. As soon as we go off the air, I'm going to head over to War Campaign and see what the fuck they're up to. I know Mrs. Biggins and Mr. Biggins are going to be over there. It should be fun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. I'm going to be jumping over, too. I'll be in chat at least. If they want me on, they could always get me on.
Vinny, thank you again for having me on.
Dude, a pleasure. Like I said, fellow New Yorker, great person. We're going to do a lot. We're going to be helping out the Grim Reaper crew as well. So keep eyes on Cecil's Twitter page and for updates this week. And thanks everybody. Back all these awesome projects. Don't forget Graveyard Shift 2. Apparently went over the link on that. My bad. But it's got 2 days left. So jump on those as well. And till next time, everyone be kind to one another and keep kicking ass. Later.
Bye.